Lot of information.
Hey, are you able to see my screen, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, just to recap, guys, the things that we discussed in yesterday's session. So yesterday we just started with the company.
Your voice is very low, Raghu.
Okay, one second, just give me a second. Just let me. Hey, how about now, guys?
It's good, Raghu.
Okay, cool.
It's good, Raghu.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yes, very good.
Cool. Yeah. Let me mute everyone, then I'll start with the session for today. Okay. So yesterday, just to recap the things that we were discussed, yesterday we started with the compensation basics. We have discussed the capabilities of your success factor compensation module, and I just showed you like how the compensation worksheet is going to look like. What are the different factors that you need to be aware when you are going to work on the success factor compensation module, and we have discussed about the your reviews. What are the different types of review? One is like a focal review, and another is the anniversary basis review, and another thing that we have discussed is the comp ratio and range penetration. These are the things that we discussed in yesterday's session. And to continue with today's session, guys, what we'll be doing is like we'll be following this pre-work configuration exercise workbook. Basically, this workbook is designed in such a fashion that it will set up your instance and your provisioning system, and it will make your compensation module available for further configuration as per your client requirements or as per your organization requirements. So it will do all the, it will guide you step by step to set up your system, and it will be ready available to you so that you can configure the system as per your requirements, guys. So all the groundwork is going to be guided using, you can do the groundwork with respect to your compensation and your performance and goals using this guide, guys. And if you just go through these things, right, as discussed yesterday, we will be doing the compensation review, or the entire cycle is going to be completed for these guys. Let me show you the org structure or the reporting hierarchy. For these people, we'll be doing the performance evaluation and we'll be doing the compensation reviews for these guys. So that is what we are going to do. And before that, let me, you can see here, guys, they will tell you what are the prerequisites tools that you need to have. I hope all of you already installed the XML pad and you are good with respect to using the XML pad, because in the introduction to mastery sessions we had worked on the session data model, so you have knowledge on like how the XML file looks like and how to work with your XML pad. So that is the first step, guys. You can see here the first step, that is what they recommended. And then you can see here the next step is like in the provisioning system, they suggested you to go ahead and activate the corresponding features that are mandatory to carry out your compensation. Sailaja, not sure, Sailaja, it might be problem at your side, Sailaja. Can you log off and log in again? Because I hope everyone else is able to hear me.
Raghu, Raghu, if you don't mind, can you just recap on the compression range penetration class today?
I just did that. Is it Rupesh?
No, it's me, Nirmal. It's not a recap. It's just the formula. You can just give a short summary would be fine. Not a descriptive. Just a summarize.
Sure. Yeah, no
The
worries.
formula one would
Basically,
be fine.
like
Not now.
yeah, sure, no worries. Yeah. So basically, how your organization is going to come up with your salaries, it is going to be dependent on the some surveys, guys. The surveys are going to be done by some external third parties, and basically in the industry, there are two famous things. One is like you can derive your organization compensation. I mean, it's based on the position, based on the. There are two criteria. One is your range penetration, another is the comp ratio. These are the two criteria how your organization can come to a conclusion for the salary for a particular position they can offer. And with respect to the comp ratio, you have three different values. One is the minimum value, another is the median value, another is the maximum value. And your organization can float the compensation for that particular position across these particular three values. It can keep anywhere, and you will be comparing the ratio, whether you are providing 1.0 compared to the industry standards, or if you are giving less than the median, right? It might come up like 0.8, or if your organization is providing more than the industry median, then it can come to 1.2 ratio. Such kind of thing you are going to do in the comp ratio. Whereas in the range penetration, you have only two values. It's a scale where you have minimum value and the maximum value. And how you are going to calculate your comp ratio is going to be like you have your current salary. Sorry guys, let me complete the range penetration formula and then I'll go back to the comp ratio formula. Your range penetration is going to be calculated with current salary that your organization is offering minus minimum range that industry is giving. So the minimum value of that particular scale divided by the range maximum provided by the industry standards minus range minimum provided by the industry standards. So that is your range penetration formula, guys. Whereas coming to your comp ratio formula, comp ratio.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Sailaja.
Raghu, can you hear me?
Yes. I'm able to hear you, Sailaja. Not sure, Sailaja. I don't know, like why you are not able to hear my voice today. I don't know, like whether you have to select the mic and speakers. So with respect to the comp ratio formula, your comp ratio is going to be calculated by the current salary divided by the range midpoint, guys. So that is how you are going to calculate your comp ratio or range penetration. If you, one second guys, your comp ratio, let me write the formulas and then I'll proceed. Divided by the industry midpoint. And whereas your range penetration is nothing but current salary that your organization is offering to that particular position minus range minimum, and this range minimum you are going to get from the third party systems, guys, or third party providers, and range maximum minus range minimum. This is how you are going to calculate, guys. Okay, is that fine, Nirmal?
Raghu, I have a question. Are you going to cover variable pay here as well?
No, we will not be working on the variable pay motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let me log into the system, guys. So if we go back,
Raghu, please can we see the formula again, please?
yeah, sure, I'll show you. Here it is. Okay. With Nirmal, is that fine, Nirmal?
Yes, Raghu. Thanks, Raghu. Thanks
Okay,
for that.
okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no worries. So let me proceed with these steps, guys. I'll explain one by one, and at the same time, I'm going to configure on the system as well, so that you will be able to follow these things. I hope everyone received this material, guys. So there is no gap with respect to the material. You all have this material. You can always refer back this material with you. And the second step you can see here in the provisioning system. In your SuccessFactors organization provisioning system, what are the different features that you need to activate so as to go ahead and activate your compensation module? So what are the different things that you need to make sure that you are going to activate in your provisioning system? You can see here, one is you need to, yes, as you are going to see this guide, one more point, guys. This guide has prepared in such a fashion that you are implementing the compensation module for the first time in your organization, and it assumes that you have only the SuccessFactors compensation goals and performance license with you. So it will suggest you to start configuration of your provisioning system or instance from the scratch. Basically, I mean to say, like all your admin tools activation, your users loading, your super admin creation, everything, it treats that you are doing, at least you are logging into the provisioning system for the very first time, and you are configuring the system as though you are configuring the super administrator. Oh, just remember that, guys, so that you see a lot of things that whatever we have discussed in the introduction to mastery, we will come across all those things, so that you will know that how you are going to configure a system from the scratch. Here you can see in the screenshot that I am showing here, they are recommending you to activate the admin configuration tool. We all know that what are admin tools, right? Yes, the admin tools are going to be available to us in the instance just because you are going to activate this particular admin configuration tools in the provisioning system, guys. And this live profile, let me show you, guys. I'll show you one by one and I'll go through. The admin tools are nothing but this one, guys. This is the one, the place where your SuccessFactors consultant is going to start configuration, right, with respect to any modules. This is the administration tools, and these administration tools you are able to see in the instance. This is your instance, right? You are able to see in the instance because you have to activate this particular switch in the provisioning system. So where you will be able to find your switch in the provisioning system is, let me log into the system. Just give me a second, guys. I'll log into the system here. Let me log in here. If you go to your SuccessFactors organization provisioning system, and if you go to the company settings, click on the company settings, guys. You can see here admin configuration tools is already activated for us because we are already using the system for a couple of days, right? You can see the admin configuration tool is already active. So that is the reason you are able to see you are able to access the administration tools from the instance. So let me go back to the configuration provisioning system again. You can see here, right now I am in the provisioning system. And the other thing they are asking us to live profile. Live profile, as I told you earlier, when we configure the SuccessFactors succession data model, live profile is the one where your employee profile details is going to be available to you. Yes, this live profile is available to you because you have activated that in the provisioning system. So where is your live profile? You can access your live profile going to employee files from your home drop-down menu. You can see here your live profile or public profile. This is you are able to see this particular profile information in your instance. And the associated switch or the feature in your provisioning system is this live profile. So these are the two things. The first things they recommended, guys. You can see here the admin configuration tool, live profile. Those are the two things. And after that, you can see here, they are recommending to activate the languages that you are interested. So basically, the languages in which you are interested to implement SuccessFactors are the users across the globe of your organization going to log in, right? Based on that, you are going to activate the language packs that you are interested in your SuccessFactors provisioning system. And the place where you are going to do that in the provisioning system is, if you log into your provisioning system, again you have to go to the company settings. Once you are in the company settings, right, you can see here there is an option called as language packs. And you can see right now we have activated English, English UK, English US, France, and you can see Italiano, the couple of languages that we activated in our provisioning system. So users will be able to use all those languages in their SuccessFactors instance, guys. And so as we are working on the UI tools of your SuccessFactors, you can see here they are recommending us to go ahead and activate the V12 version UI framework Revolution. We have seen that the latest UI configuration or UI version is the Revolution tool, and that is what they are recommending. Here you can see version 12 UI framework Revolution, and before that you can see 11 and 10 UI, which are the old versions of your SuccessFactors instance user interface, guys. We already discussed on this. 10 and 11 are the previous version and 12 is the latest version, and the name of that particular 12 UI is the Revolution. Let me check whether that is really active or not. I hope it is already active in our system, guys, but let me cross check once. You can see here your version 12 UI, it's already active in our provisioning system. And your profile V12, your profile V12 is nothing but, again, under the live profile, you can see here you are able to access the profile information. You can see here your profile information, you are able to access it, and this comes from your the associated feature for that particular feature, the profile access, right? You can see here this is the one, profile V12. So you have to activate that particular thing in your instance as well. 1 second. Yeah, profile V12, you can see profile V12 and enable public profile, which means that these profile information, whatever you are going to configure using your succession data model, yes, it's a public one, and that the profile information is going to be visible to everyone. Again, you have security at the field level, but the profile is, yes, it's a public profile, and it is going to be available to everyone to have a look at it. And the admin 2.0, one admin tools. I hope like even this one we have discussed during our introduction to master sessions. Your admin 2.0 is the latest administration tools, and the name of that particular admin 2.0 is the one admin tool. And before that, the earlier version of your admin tools is the admin 1.0, guys. We all had seen that how your old version of your admin tools looks like and how your new version of your admin tools look like. Let me show you quickly how your old version of the tools look like. If you go to, you can see here, if you go to your administration tools, you can also switch from the instance itself, guys. This is your instance, right? Go back to old version of your admin tools, and this is your admin 1.0 tool. This is how your administration tools are going to look like in the admin 1.0, guys. And if you want to switch it back to the latest version, you can see you can do it from your instance itself, and you can also do it from the provisioning system. But yes, if someone is really familiar with the using the system with admin 1.0, yeah, still they can use that particular same UI with respect to the admin tools using the instance just by clicking the old version of the UI tools. And let me check what is the switch in your provisioning system. You can see admin 2.0. This is the latest version of your administration tools UI, guys. So each component, you can see here, each component that is necessary to carry out your compensation and the performance review of your employees, they are suggesting one by one here. Yes, in order to configure your compensation model, you need admin tools, and in order to see your administration tools, what are the different switches? You have to activate the associated UIs. You have to activate the associated administration tools, UIs, and coming to the actual compensation module. So far we have activated the things that are necessary to carry out your configuration of your compensation model. But how you are going to activate your compensation module? If you look at my screen, right, you can see here the compensation they have mentioned here. You see the compensation with respect to the compensation management module. What are the different switches that are associated with respect to this compensation module has been highlighted here, guys. Let me show you in the provisioning system, and if at all we miss some switches or features activation, right, I'll do that in the provisioning system, guys. You can see here, this is your compensation management in the provisioning system. And here you can see the different things that this recommended us to go ahead and activate in the provisioning system is, you can see, use edit in place for executive review edit. And let me give you a brief overview about executive review and what this particular feature is going to make difference in your instance is. So there is a concept called as executive review, guys. Executive review is nothing but any manager in the hierarchy has been granted with the permissions to carry out the executive review. He will be able to look at the compensation details of all the team members under his hierarchy. It's not only his direct team members. Say if he is like a CIO or COO of your organization, there might be a couple of managers who are directly reporting to him. At the same time, there are a couple of team members who are reporting to those managers. So as a CIO or as a COO in the reporting hierarchy, the moment you grant the permissions to the corresponding CIO or COO, they will be able to have a look at the compensation details of all the in the reporting hierarchy who are lying under their hierarchy, right? They will be able to see all their compensation details in a single compensation worksheet, guys. So it is not going to be by default available to them, but it should be granted as one of the permissions to them, guys. Say, let me take an example and explain you. Say there is a COO and say Nirmal is your COO, and say there is a CIO, and say there is, and say there might be a manager 1, and there might be a manager 2, and there will be a manager 3. And say for manager 1, the direct reportees are like, for manager 1, there is a direct reportee, and manager 1 they got a so it is like this. You can see here, say manager 1 might be you can see here. So say if we are going to grant the permissions to executive review permissions to you can see, say in the hierarchy, both Nirmal and Shailaja are at the same level. Say CO1 is CO1 and another person is CIO. But say for Nirmal, who is COO, manager 1 is reporting to Nirmal. And CIO for Shailaja, manager 2 Sweta is reporting to Shailaja. Say Nirmal has been granted with the executive review permissions. Then by default, Nirmal will be able to see he is the one who is carrying out the compensation review for Kavita, because Kavita is the direct reportee for Nirmal. And Raghu, Tasneem are the direct reportees to Kavita, right? Kavita is carrying out the compensation review for Raghu and Tasneem. And the moment you granted the executive review permissions to Nirmal's account in SuccessFactors compensation module, Yes, then Nirmal will be able to have a look at the Kavita's, Raghu's and Tasneem's compensation review details in a single sheet, guys. Imagine if it is a very big team, yes, your CEO might be getting like hundreds of people under him. In the reporting hierarchy I'm talking about, guys. Yes, your CEO1 Nirmal will be able to see all those 100 direct reportees compensation details in a single compensation worksheet, guys. So that is what your executive review in your SuccessFactors system, guys. Yes, in order to activate, and one more thing, guys, Nirmal will be able to edit the compensation details in the same executive review worksheet where he will be seeing hundreds of employees compensation details, right? In the same sheet, yes, if he is interested, he will be able to edit the compensation review details of the employees, whoever he is seeing in the worksheet, right? Yes, he will be able to update their compensation details in the executive review compensation worksheet, guys. That's the functionality of your. Yep, go ahead.
Sometimes, HR admin or comp admin, we need to give them similar access. Is this executive profile, is this a role or we can assign to,
No. It's one of the option. It's not a role, or it's not. It is nothing like a roles or permission that will be. It's one of the permissions where under that particular permission we'll be adding the user ID of the Nirmal or Sailaja or whoever the user account that we are interested, right? We'll be doing that. Just add that user ID.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Raghu, this is Ray. You are saying it's only under his hierarchy, not across hierarchy, right?
No. Under his hierarchy.
It's only like give the option if you have 1,000 people reporting to you.
Yes.
In one sheet you can edit and do the final decision. It's not a cross organizational unit. They won't be able to edit.
Yeah. It's not across the organization, guys. It is below his hierarchy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's about your executive review, and you can see here, yes, you want to activate your executive review, go ahead and activate the associated switch for your executive review in the compensation module of your provision system, guys. And the next thing is like compensation UI V12 or V2, guys. So which is nothing but the latest UI that you are seeing currently. It's a pretty old UI, guys. It's almost like when SAP took over SuccessFactors, right? From that time the compensation UI is V2 only, guys. Yes, if you want to use the same UI, you have to activate the compensation form UI V2, and it's just like your look and feel of the compensation module and your worksheet look and feel, the coloring and the different types of formula fields that you are going to add, those kind of functionality is going to be provided by your latest compensation UI V2. And it's not of much importance, but by default you have to activate the latest UI of your compensation, guys. And the other thing you can see here, enable compensation Excel offline edit. So what does it mean? Yes, you are able to, yesterday we have seen the compensation worksheet. And what does the offline edit? It is nothing but you can download the compensation worksheet to your desktop, and you can work on the compensation worksheet offline on your desktop on the compensation worksheet. And once you are done with respect to working on the compensation worksheet, right? Yes, you are able to upload that into the system. As a compensation reviewer, you will be able to do the entire review, compensation review for your direct report is offline on your desktop. And then once you are done with respect to that, right, you can upload the data or the compensation worksheet into the system. Let me show you that. Let's say Marla Gibbs has. Right now I'm in Marla Gibbs. One second, guys. Oh yeah. Right now I'm in Marla Gibbs account, and I'm going to the compensation module of Marla Gibbs. And this is the compensation worksheet that currently Marla Gibbs is working on, or his direct report is. And you can see the entire spreadsheet, this spreadsheet, guys, I'm talking about this worksheet. Basically, you will be able to download this and you will be able to upload this into your SuccessFactors system. So that is what they are telling about how the offline edit functionality of your compensation worksheet. You can see compensation Excel offline edit. And you can see here, allow compensation managers to grant or revoke planner permissions via the UI. This is nothing but all the compensation managers should be able to or should be granted with the required permissions to grant or revoke the planner permissions from your administrative domains. So we all know that what kind of permissions that we need to give with respect to the compensation module in order to carry out this compensation review for your employees. So what kind of permissions? Yes, you are going to grant the permissions, and where are those permissions? They are available under your administrative domains. So if you go to your set user permissions, admin privileges, one of the domain is your compensation, guys. You can see compensation administration. So there are a lot of things here. You can see, yes, your budget assignment, budget override, everything needs to be. So among these things, the things that are supposed to be granted to your compensation planners, yes, you should grant those privileges to the compensation planners. Then only they will be able to carry out the compensation review for their direct reportees. You can see here, manage compensation planner permissions. So it's basically they are talking about, yes, you are activating compensation module, but where in order to grant the permissions to the required permissions to the compensation planners, you have to activate this corresponding switch in your provisioning system. And the other thing is, you can see here, it is about your UCAL widgets or the dashboard 2.0, guys. Yes, if you want to build your dashboards using the dashboard 2.0 on your compensation data or on your compensation module, yes, you have to activate the enable UCAL widget on the compensation forms. Then only you will be able to build dashboards on the compensation data in your organization, guys. And you can see here, you enable compensation employee profile for compensation module. It is nothing but, let me show you where you will be able to find that. Under your employee profile, there should be an option to view your compensation details. If you go to your employee profile, let me go to the employee files. I'll show you what they are talking about. You can see here, this is the option. You are in the employee profile details, and once you are in the employee profile, you should have an option to see the compensation statements. And if you click on this particular view, the compensation statements view, if at all you got any compensation statements, which are nothing but they are basically PDF documents, guys. You are going to basically, like, once we start compensation module, we are going to design the templates and we are going to launch that. We are going to design the templates and we are going to generate the compensation statement to the employees. Once you generate the compensation statement to the employees, right, where they will be able to find their compensation statements is, this is the place where they will be able to find the compensation statements. So you have to activate the associated switch. Then only employees will be able to find their compensation statements in this particular place, guys. And the other things which are not of pretty important are like your reporting, the different reporting options with respect to your compensation module. You all know that we have something called ad hoc reports, right? Even if you are interested to build your ad hoc reports on your compensation module, then you have to activate those modules under the ad hoc reporting permissions or under the ad hoc reporting functionality, guys. Compensation statement is not a direct salary slip, guys, but usually it has all your salary details, like say, yes, your compensation review has been done and your performance is like so and so, 5 or like 5 out of 5, and as for your performance that you have did during the last year, yes, we are compensating with so and so package. Let's say last year package is 100K and you are getting benefits of like 20% of bonus and in blah 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 benefits. And with respect to your latest performance, right, they might be increasing your salary to 125K per annum, and they might be increasing your bonus by 30%. Those details they'll capture in the compensation statement. Let me show you. I don't like whether I have one or because I'll delete them the moment they generate it. 1 second, guys. Just give me a second. Let me see. Let me go into Ketan Patel, guys. I'm not pretty sure whether there is one existing with Ketan Patel or not, but let me try that, guys. Anyhow, we are going to generate that at the end of the configuration of your compensation module, but just to have a look at it. No, guys, there is nothing available once. Just give me a second. Go to reporting. Because there is a bulk way of printing your your compensation statements. As an administrator, we can bulk print the compensation statements. Let me see whether I have anything available. No, Tasnim. I'll show you like when we started working, right? As we started working on the compensation model, right? I'll show you like how to create your templates and how to generate your compensation statements. But as I told you, that is what the information that you are going to capture in the compensation statements. I'm showing about. If you go to your ad hoc reporting, 1 second, guys. Yeah, you see, this is your ad hoc report builder option, and under the if you want to enable or activate your compensation module to be available to report and using the ad hoc report builder tool, yes, you have to activate the compensation modules or domains under the ad hoc report builder tool. You can see this is the place. Yes, if you're interested in doing the ad hoc reporting on your compensation data, you have to activate the associated compensation domains under the ad hoc report builder, and this is the place where you are going to do that, guys. So these are the different things which are mandatory that you have to activate in your provisioning system with respect to the compensation module. And as we are going to work on
Raghu, I have a question, sorry. When you went back to the previous screen, it said something about employee self-serve. Was that something that needs to be activated for employees? It was, I think, I don't know, it was in this page or the provisioning page. It was saying employee self-serve. What was that? Does that have to be activated?
where it is motion.
Here it is, yes. Yeah, P self-service, what is that? Does this have to be enabled because it's saying for performance review, planning and goal management?
No.
Are these?
No. This is nothing to do with your modules, guys. It is the professional services consultant who is going to do this. This is nothing to do with the consultant. It is nothing to do with your module configuration or module activation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And so we have seen like what are the different features we have the mandatory features that you need to activate in your provisioning system under your compensation module so that you will be able to carry out the compensation review. But as I told you earlier, we will be working on the compensation at the same time we will be working on the goals and performance, right? And here is the place you can see here we already did this thing, guys, but I'm showing you in the guide. You can see they are activating the goal module as well here. So with respect to the goal management module, your total goal management is the mandatory switch that you have to activate in order to make your goal management available in your instance for further configuration. And here you can see they are also assuming that they want to do ad hoc report building on your compensation data, and that is the reason you can see under the ad hoc report builder they are activating the compensation domains for the reporting purpose. And the next thing you can see here, they are trying to set up the admin, the super admin. You can see here the super admin, because the moment you are going to implement the compensation, or in fact any module for the first time, right, you have to create the super admin in the provisioning system. The reason behind that is there won't be any user, or SuccessFactors doesn't provide you any user details to log into your instance, right? They just give you the details to log into your provisioning system. So it's up to the SuccessFactors consultant responsibility to go ahead and create the super admin in the provisioning system. Sorry guys. And this is the place where you are going to create your super admin. Let me show you on the provisioning system. We already did that in the during the introduction master sessions, guys, but let me show you the place. And here you can see you are going to create the super admin from this particular place, admin username, and you can see you just click on this create admin. This will create the admin or the super admin who is going to be the user in every project, guys. He is the user who is going to log into the instance for the very first time. Okay. If you want, I can create it, guys. Let me show you anyhow. I don't know whether I have comp admin already in my system. Let me see. If it is the duplicate, it will throw an error, guys.
Raghu, can we have a multiple admin IDs or just one IDs?
No, we can have multiple. No worries. We can keep multiple IDs, guys. Let me create this. Confirm. The username should be unique, guys. You can see the user has been created. Let me log in with that particular user here. Same company ID, comp admin, welcome at 123. Yeah. Yeah, you can see he is a super admin who logged into the system, and he can do the further configuration with respect to your instance, guys. We already seen this during the introduction to mastery, but just for the sake of repetition or carry out the steps here, I just did that, guys. And here you can see here, later once you create the super admin, they are suggesting you, yes, as we discussed, we'll be going through your goals, performance, and compensation in parallel, guys. So we already did goals and performance management, but in order to complete the compensation review, your inputs for the compensation module comes from your performance. Again, your performance is dependent on the goals, right? Goals are the ones based on that you are going to review the employee performance in the performance management module. But where you are going to define your goals is, again, you are going to configure the goal plan template. You're going to load the goals under that particular goal plan template, and you are doing the performance review in the performance management module. And that is how you are going to close the performance evaluation of your employees. Once you close the performance evaluation of your employees, you have to extract those performance evaluation details into your compensation modules, which means that basically you are going to integrate your performance management module with your compensation management module. So you can see this is the flow that we are going to do starting from today. And in order to do this particular flow or complete this flow successfully, you have to load the compensation module. And you have, you have to load the corresponding templates of your goals, performance, and compensation into your system, right? And in this particular step, yes, your goals is the starting point, right? You have to load the goal management template, goal plan template into your provisioning system. Yes, your goal plan template, you have to load into the provisioning system. Then only you will be able to configure that particular template, and you will be able to define or add goals under that particular template. And that is the step they are recommending here. You can see here, and they are recommending us to go ahead and load the goal plan template into the provisioning system. Let me do that, guys. If you go to your provisioning system, and if you go to your provisioning system home page, you have an option to import export the objective plan or goal plan template. You can see here, import export goal plan template. Click on this import export goal plan template, and you will be able to see all the existing goal plan templates in your system. And if you are interested in creating a new one, yes, you can go ahead and create a new one. Basically, you are going to upload, and we already seen by the different ways how you can configure your goal plan template. One is from your provisioning system using the XML template file, and there is from your instance. From using your UI itself, you will be able to configure the goal plan template. You don't need to rely on the XML file anymore, guys. Either way, you can create your template. And this is the place where you are going to import this. You can choose for the file, and let me, one second, guys. This is the file that we are talking about. Give me a second, guys. Let me get the. I'm just trying to get the latest one, guys. Let me rename that with. And here is your goal plan template, guys. So this is the one that you have to load into the SuccessFactors provisioning system. And you can see here, so you have to go ahead and load this. Before loading that, let me change the name of this particular goal plan template, guys. Let me name it with, so that you can uniquely easily identify this is the one that we are currently working on, because we already have a lot of goal plan templates created in the system, right? We'll be easily confusing with all these things. So let me name it uniquely so that we can easily identify that. Let's say 2015 March. Okay. And also let me change it to 2015. Yeah. And just loading the standard SuccessFactors provided goal plan template into the system, guys. And this is the one. And here you can just give any name, guys. It doesn't matter. Whatever you give here, right? It doesn't make any difference. 2015 goal plan template. And one more thing, guys, as I emphasized earlier, you have to remember the goal plan ID. And anyhow, you are going to see the goal plan ID now also. Otherwise, you can note it down from the XML file itself. Yes, you can see here 2015 March goal plan template has been uploaded, and the ID associated with respect to the goal plan template is 20. So this is important when you are going to integrate your goal plan template with your performance plan template, guys. just it is 20. Yes, you can always come back to the provisioning system and have a look at it, but this is the value that is going to be play a vital role in your integration, guys. And you can see you loaded the goal plan template in your provisioning system, and let me check whether that is available in your instance or not, and then we'll move on to the further steps of with respect to the configuration of your compensation module as per the setup guide here. This is your goal plan, and you can see 2015 March goal plan template. Yes, it is available to you. That's fine. We are good with respect to this step. This step is fine, guys. You can see here. And one second, they are recommending us to set it as a good default plan. You can see here, set the plan as the default plan. It's just a checkbox here, radio button. Let me select that and save these changes. That's it. You can always download and import it again, guys. If you want to do it any changes, you will be able to do it from this particular place also. And this particular step has been done. Importing or setting up your goal plan template has been done now. And the next step with respect to your system, you can see here what they are suggesting is like go ahead and activate the required admin privileges, because this comp admin, guys, you can see here, this comp admin is a super admin which has been created just now from the provisioning system, right? And what they are recommending is like go ahead and provide the required privileges to this particular comp admin user. So make sure this guy has all the administrative privileges granted to him. So where you are going to do that is you have to go to your administration tools, and he is a super admin, guys. That is the reason you can see he already got the admin access. But if at all there is something missing, some privileges missing from this particular comp admin who is a super administrator created from the provisioning system, they are recommending to go to your administration tools, go to your set user permissions, admin privileges, and grant the required permission.
You're breaking up, Ravi.
Just a second, yes, just a second. One second, guys. I don't know like why this is not loading. Just let me log in again. Sorry guys, comp admin. Go to the administration tools. Once you are in the administration tools, right? Set user permissions, admin privileges. So like whom is the first initial sessions of your introduction to mastery, right? This is what we did in the very initial sessions of introduction to mastery, guys. The first one, first day, second day, third day, we'll be working on the most of this kind of stuff like granting privileges, loading your users, and setting up your super admin from the provisioning system. And I just talk about like what is your provisioning system, what is your instance, how people usually like how it goes in the project implementation, those kind of stuff that we discussed in the second and third days, guys. So this is what they are recommending. Go ahead and grant the required admin privileges. Basically, they are talking about more of like a compensation side, but you have to grant the required privileges during like that, guys. Go to your administration tools. From there, go to your set user permissions. Under that, go to admin privileges and grant the required domain permissions to this particular user. And here we are interested in comp admin. Guys, if you don't mind, just 2 minutes, guys. I'll be back. 2 minutes, guys. I'll be back. Bye. Yeah, sorry, guys. So we granted the permissions to the comp administrator, right? Yes, that is how you are going to do the permissions to the granting permissions to the comp admin. And then you can see here they are loading the users into the system. I mean to say they are loading the employees into the system. And basically these file whatever they are showing here, right? The one that I shared with you, you can see here the user data file. These has been prepared as per the reporting hierarchy that I showed you guys, which means that this file is going to have this reporting hierarchy. Their user details and their manager details is going to be captured in this particular UDF file. If you go to this side, you can see here it has been prepared in this particular fashion. Let me verify a couple of those things. Yes, you can see here if we look at this particular spreadsheet, and you see here, say if you take the case of Marla Gibbs is reporting to Alan Thompson. You can see here, this is Marla Gibbs account, guys, and she is reporting to Alan Thompson, who is the division president software. If we search for Alan Thompson, sorry guys, one second, we need to search for Marla Gibbs. You can see this is Marla Gibbs record. Row 16 is the Marla Gibbs record, and Marla Gibbs is reporting to Alan Thompson. You can see this is Alan Thompson's username. A. Thompson. A. Thompson is nothing but, you can see here, A. Thompson is nothing but your Alan Thompson, who is the CEO, basically division head or CEO of the organization. So like that, you see here, this is the user record of the employees, and this is the columns where their managers and HR representatives user ID you are going to place, which means that this guy is reporting to so and so manager. And if there is no manager, right, which means that he is not reporting to anyone currently in the organization. So this UDF file is going to establish this reporting hierarchy, guys. Basically, that is the reason they are telling you to go ahead and load this particular UDF file into the system. So let me go ahead and load that into the system so that we'll have these things, guys. Definitely, I expect some errors because we already configured or we already customized the succession data model, where we made couple of fields as mandatory, and we have our own rules, right? That is the reason you see a lot of errors here, because the file is not prepared as per our system configuration. It was a generic file which meets the standard SuccessFactors configuration. Yes, we see the errors. I'll try to rectify those things, and I'll try to complete the loading of these users into the system, guys, because that is going to help us to complete the compensation, because these are the users for which we are going to complete the compensation in our further classes, right? Let me complete this successfully, and then we'll proceed with the next step, guys. Let me close this. If you go to your SuccessFactor instance, go to your update user information and go to employee import. And this is the place where you are going to import that, right? You can see here, go to import file option, select the file that you are interested, and the directory is the March directory, right? March compensation standing details, compensation pre-work exercise, and the file that we are talking about is this is one, guys, file 2, user data file compensation master. This is the one that I'm talking about. Let me see if I'm going to get any errors here. Yes, definitely I'll expect some errors here. Validate the import file. Yeah, you can see there are a lot of errors being displayed here. And you can see the state is missing, custom 01, custom 02 fields are missing. The value in those fields are missing for all the employees. Let me go ahead and correct those files, and then I'll try to load that into the system, guys. State, you can see it is not populated, because state we made it as a mandatory in the profile. That is the reason it is expecting a state. Let's say it is done aware.
Raghu, this you will upload in provisioning or instance?
No, it is in instance. It is in your instance. Yeah, second. So after that, custom 01 and custom 02 fields needs to be populated, right? Where are your custom 01, custom 02? Okay. This file is custom fields. One second, let me go ahead and populate those files, those fields, and then I'll try to populate the data into those fields. Custom 01, custom 02, because this file is a standard file, it doesn't have any custom columns, guys. Okay, I don't know what is custom 1 and custom 2, guys. Just give me a second. I don't know. One might be social security number, one might be married or single. Let me see like how it goes now. Desktop. Yeah. Those are the 3 columns that is missing data, guys. And now you can see this the file has been loaded into the system, and it started processing the file as a background job. Once the background job is completed, you will receive a notification, email notification stating that the file has been processed. If at all got any errors, it is going to throw you all the errors, guys. So that's about like this particular step, guys. Once this is loaded, right, then we can move on to the next step. 1 second. So that is about your employee data file, your UDO file. That is what you are going to load into the system. Okay. And later they are recommending you to go ahead and activate the proxy. You can see we already know that we have seen the proxy management functionality, and we all know that how to activate your proxy and how to configure your proxy management. And you can see they are basically suggesting you to enable proxy lookup always, and they are suggesting you to enable advanced proxy management functionality, proxy now and proxy import options in your SuccessFactors instance. Let me do that. You can see here all the things that we discussed in the introduction to mastery are coming now. So that is the reason I emphasize that you should undergo the introduction to mastery training as the first thing, guys. Then only you will know all these things. 1 second, guys. Administration tools. And if you go to company settings, go to your proxy management, use this option. You can see proxy management, and these are the 2 things that they're suggesting is. One is to see your proxy now option, and another is to look up for the proxy users always. Like the moment you can see here the proxy now, and when you click on this proxy now, you should be able to see the lookup for all the users. Let's say if I want to proxy into Kavita's account, you can see here, or let's say I want to proxy into Nirmal's account. This is a lookup. So this is what they are suggesting, activate those things, because the organization interested in using the proxy management functionality to troubleshoot the issues of your compensation, guys. We'll see going forward how your proxy functionality is going to be helpful while you are going to do the compensation review or compensation evaluation, or the performance evaluation or compensation review for your employees, guys. Let me check, guys, whether the UDF has been loaded or not. Let me check that in the provisioning system. Go to your provisioning system and go to the monitor job section, and you can see here just now we loaded 9.9. It is completed successfully, guys. You can see the status is completed, and it is completed successfully. So you should have all this reporting hierarchy, guys. This hierarchy should be there in our system. Let's say if you proxy into, or let's say if you want to go to your employee files. Company info. If you go to your company info And let's say if you want to look at Marla Gibbs record, let's say Marla Gibbs, you can see VP of Operations Financial Services, and I'll show you to whom she is reporting. You can see here, she is reporting to Alan Thompson. You can see here, the same hierarchy, whatever we are seeing here. The same hierarchy, reporting hierarchy has been built here. You can see Ketan Patel, Larry Hillers, Marla Gibbs, Waldo Hansen, Sherry Nielsen. These guys, Abhay Adams is from our file, guys. You can see Ketan Patel, Larry Hillers, Marla Gibbs, Sherry Nielsen, Waldo Hansen. They are all reporting to Alan Thompson here. This is what we try to achieve using the UDF file that I showed to you guys. You can see the UI has been improved a lot, guys, in your 1502 release. It's really good. Before that, it's not so lucrative here, guys. It is very clumsy and the look and feel is not good. Yeah, it's good. So that is about your proxy and your UDF file. And here you can see the next thing is with respect to your compensation management permissions and your reporting permissions. Say as a compensation reviewer, and if you want to build some reports on the compensation module, you need to have privileges to the reporting module and you need to have permissions to the compensation management, right? Yes. All the compensation planners, all the compensation reviewers should be granted with these privileges, guys. So where you can see here, you can see here it is very informative, guys. They're given along with the screenshots as well. You can see set user permissions. Go to your administration tools, set user permissions, and these are the three options that they are recommending you. One is compensation management permissions, another is with respect to your dashboard permissions, another is your detailed reporting privileges. Okay, so you have to activate those three things in your, or you have to grant those permissions in your administration tools. Go to your administration tools, and if you go to your administration tools, go to your set user permissions under the manage employees. You can see admin privileges, your compensation executive review permission is here. You can see here compensation management permission. This is what the compensation reviewer should have. You can see grant compensation management permission. To whom the compensation management permission should be given? Yes, you have to select either you are granting to individual users, or usually it is going to be with the direct reportees, guys. With all the direct reportees, usually the managers to whom some people are reporting, right? They are the ones with the direct reportees. Yes, you selected the criteria with direct reportees only, and click on grant compensation management permissions, which basically means that it will grant the compensation review permissions to the managers, guys. Okay, that is what you can see right now in our organization. There are 15 users to whom people are reporting. And if you want to revoke it, yes, you can revoke it. Or if you want to do it on an individual user basis, you can see here, you can do that on an individual user basis as well. You can see, you can go ahead and select on an individual user and you can grant the permissions from this particular place as well. You can see here, let's say if you want to grant permissions or revoke permissions to HR administrator. Yes, you can do that. You can see, click on search, you will be able to find the employees and you can see, select the employee and grant permission or revoke the permission. That is what you are going to do here. Okay, and second, let me do this. I granted the compensation management permission, guys. I have to grant the required detailed reporting privileges and dashboard permissions. Can you do this thing, guys? Because we already discussed about this thing in your reporting module. I'm not going to repeat the same thing again. Probably you can do it yourself or you can grant the permissions to the compartment. And the next thing is, like you can see here, they are asking us to turn off the email notifications going out of the systems. I'll tell you the reason why. Because you loaded all the users and the users got their email IDs into the UDF file, And when you are going to mass load the goals into the system is going to send you the notifications to the corresponding users. Even though the goals has not been assigned to them, your administrator is mass loading the goals to the users. So when the administrator is mass loading the goals to the users, right? They should not receive email notifications because the template is not yet available and the review or the manager is not yet approved for those goals that are assigned on their templates. So that is the reason they are recommending us to go ahead and deactivate the email notifications going out of the system. And you can see they are recommended to deactivate all the email notifications except the password change notification and forgot password support, because they are the mandatory ones which will enable your employees to log into the systems even though they forget their they forget their passwords, guys. Okay, so you have to let me show you where you will be doing that. I hope it's already deactivated in our system, but let me cross check it quickly. Go to your admin tools.
Raghu, your screen is not changing.
No, it is. You can see here there is busy wheel going on. One second, guys. Admin. Go to your administration tools. Go to the company settings, email notification template settings. Click on email notification template settings and make sure that you deactivate all these things, guys. Because anyhow, like we got our own test users, right? But the guide has been prepared as though you are doing it in your real time in your project, guys. So anyhow, we have our own test users and we are good with respect to that, guys. There is no point of like deactivating, but as they recommended, right? Let me do that so that people will know that how to do this email notification deactivation. Okay. These things they recommended to keep as it is. Okay, they are the mandatory ones, you cannot disable them. Okay, save notification settings. So this is how you are going to deactivate. This is the place where you are going to deactivate or configure your email notifications in your SuccessFactors instance, guys. Okay, so that is what we did. And then you can see they are recommending to go ahead and import the goals into the mass fashion. You can see import goals option, and they are recommending to go ahead and import all the goals using the CSV file into the system, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop it here for today, guys. And if you have any questions, I'll answer those questions, and we'll see starting from this particular step, right? We'll see in tomorrow's session, guys. Just before, like, Vijay, do you have any questions, Vijay? Hello, Vijay, are you there?
Raghu, I have a quick question. What are the typical consulting rates right now in the market, like an hourly?
See, it all depends on like in which region you are and where you are working. It's various, like let's say on an average the things that I have seen is like the people are getting like $115 per hour, $125 per hour. That is the rate that I have seen, Vijay. Hello?
Yep, thank you.
Yep, okay. Can you give me a call, Vijay, after the session?
Raghu.
Yeah. Okay, Vijay, you can log off, Vijay. Let me take the questions from these guys, and I'll talk to you after the session, Vijay.
Hello, Raghu.
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, have you confirmed what we discussed this evening?
Pardon, Victor?
So have you confirmed?
Yes, give me some time. Yeah, I'll drop an email to you. We can meet, Victor.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to call you after this lesson immediately, because I'll be going to bed anyway?
Sure, no worries. Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Victor.
Raghu, Mohsin here.
Yeah, Mohsin.
The compensation file that you sent over, it does not have this, it does not have this guide that you're using right now. I'm looking at a whole bunch of lessons and exercises.
No, yeah.
So under which one is
It should be there. You can see here, the moment you open the compensation module, right, you see something called as pre-work and presentations. If you go to compensation pre-work, click on compensation pre-work and go to the exercise folder, and you can see the very last document is your pre-work compensation master training.
okay, I don't have that. The last document that I have, it says SHRM building a market-based pay structure. So it's missing, so I don't know.
No. See, Mohsin, you are seeing one directory above that particular thing. You are seeing it at this particular place. You can see SHRM building a market-based pay structure. This is in this directory.
Right.
You have to go to the exercise document. You can see there is a folder called as exercise.
Okay,
Click on that.
got it.
Okay, you can see here the very last document is your pre-work compensation mastery training initial setup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Raghu.
Yeah, Victor.
Raghu, Shailaja here.
Yeah, Shailaja.
Yeah, Raghu, we don't have access to this provisioning as you are doing, or you've already done it already.
Yeah, it's already done, guys. So you can go ahead and configure the instance as per your requirement.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I need the password reset, Raghu. Yesterday I was trying, it's not working, and I have done for the 3 times it got locked.
Okay. 1 second. Let me do that, Shailaja.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah, let me do that.
Because actually I'll get very hard time actually to get to work on.
Oh yeah, I understand, Shailaja. Yeah, let me do that immediately.
It is Shailaja. Yeah, right.
Raghu, by any chance, are you taking any classes for the new person who have joined the session?
I cannot straight away answer that, Shweta, but let me see, probably this weekend I'll try to take 1 or 2 sessions, Shweta. SF at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
I know
is the
you may be
password.
busy.
Oh yeah, it's not like that. I have to say
SF1 2.
at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you type it here, Raghu?
Yeah, sure. Let me do that.
Can you type it? Yeah.
Let me do this in this box. Yeah,
Okay.
this is the password. SF at 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
sure.
4, 5. Yep. Try that.
Okay, Raghu.
If not, just
I'll
let
try
me know.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay, Shailaja. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? It's not only related to these things, things that we have discussed so far, or any questions. If you need any information, please let me know, guys. And in fact, I have to send the compensation.
Where I find this?
Yeah, 1 second, guys. Shailaja, go ahead and complete the question that you have, Shailaja.
Yeah. Actually, I have enrolled for the certification in the first week of April. Okay, it's from Dubai only.
Okay.
So yeah, I started working on that anyhow right now.
Okay.
So Employee Central, if
Okay.
I'll get any doubts and all, I'll just send a mail across to you.
Okay.
And you can Yeah, if you send if any answers, it's like that in the same document, it will be well.
Okay, sure. Let me look into it. So I cannot promise you because I already have to reply a lot of
It's
emails.
not
If
like
you can
entire
answer
ones.
an
Yeah.
Yeah,
email.
it
Oh
not
yeah.
log all the ones. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Because one make they can send all the doubts and all.
Sure, sure. Okay, yeah. That's great, Salaja.
Yeah.
Salija, what material are you using, Salija?
ERA. Yeah, please go ahead. No. What I am doing is right now because more, our Raghu has sent. I think complete videos, right?
Yeah.
All the videos. I'm good. So what I'm doing is I'm going through all the videos here around 7 to 8 times. So one and after one completing the one, and second, third time I'm doing the same repetition of the video, and after that I'm preparing a notes kind of thing because we cannot miss out the points and all. So it is taking a lot of time, but still because we need to do practice like that. I'm doing the same way.
Yeah, that's really good, Salaja.
Because we need to repeat the videos many times, then only we'll stuck with any point. One time, two time, it will not help us definitely. 7 or 8 times, one video repetition only is make us some. If any some minor doubts we can get in that.
Okay, that's fine. When you finish, just get us to know what they've actually asked when you finish the exam.
Yeah, Salaja, like probably when you finish that,
yeah,
right? Probably you can send the couple of questions that you remember, like
yes,
while you are
definitely.
taking the session, because
Yes.
that is going to help us, like whoever is taking the examination at a later point of time.
Yes, Raghu, sure, definitely.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll do that part anyhow.
Yeah.
So, Varago, can you get employment without the examination? Is it possible?
What it is? Can you?
Can you get an employment without being actually certified?
No, I am not like an employer. No, I'm not an employer, Victor. If I am an employer, right, definitely I might have given you offer right away after completing the training. But I basically, if you are in US or somewhere, right, definitely I will be able to forward your profile.
See Raghu, because I am not certified with LMS and Mgmt and all, but still I'm working in my company. I'll fit them with that because they're giving the sessions.
Mandatory.
They're making,
It's not. That's what reason I used to tell that all the trainees whoever comes to me, right, with the question of like, is it mandatory? I don't recommend that it is a mandatory. People already know that how SAP works, right? No one will emphasize you for certification. It's all depends on the how much you know the subject about success factors, and it's always good to have a certification, but it's not a stopping thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Raghu, could you please share THR 81?
Yeah, I'll do that, guys. I don't know like who is asking about that. Yeah, let me anyhow. I'll share that with everyone, guys, because anyhow, once we complete the compensation and these things, right, we'll be working on the employee central. Let me share those details with you, everyone, guys.
So, Raghu, is it necessary to read go through for TR 81 for certification?
Yes, guys.
Yes. Because
we have the complete videos. Yeah, because we have the complete navigation process and each and every point explanation in those videos.
Which video?
It's THR 81. Yeah.
Video.
Yeah.
THR 81, we have set of videos over there. So all the videos are very, it's like what we can say is they have covered complete things in that.
So, where we can get these videos?
I'll forward that to you guys.
THR 81. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, Raghu, can you send it to all on the THR?
No, I'll in the part of the employee central model, guys, I'll share those things, the complete material with everyone.
Okay, Raghu, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raghu, like one client implemented SuccessFactors in like 2011 using V11 and now the V12, so they want to convert into V12. So what is the process?
No, see, with respect to your UI changes doesn't impact your configuration, guys. You can straight away go ahead and activate that. It doesn't impact your configuration or it doesn't impact your data.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to like upgrade the system to UI to or something.
No, you just need to go ahead and do the upgrade or activation of that particular corresponding new version, right, in the processing system. Is it Tasneem?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Raghu, it will not impact his like all things he is doing on VLM.
No, 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 it doesn't impact. Only the UI will change. Yes, the way you configure, right, it will change. But the data or the configuration, the metadata, it doesn't change. It doesn't impact your data or your metadata, anything.
Okay. And Raghu, did you show us the compensation workbook on the Marla Gifts account? So where did we get this workbook? We have to download it or?
No, no, no. We are going to configure that, Tasneem. We'll just started with the compensation module, right? We are going to configure that, and we'll be working on the compensation worksheet for a couple of days, Tasneem. We'll be doing that. Everything will be doing that. Yeah.
Raghu, this is Suman. Did you share yesterday's video?
No, no, no. I didn't share that with anyone, guys. In fact, like, I didn't convert that also, because yesterday it got 2 parts. And I did half part, and I have to convert the other half part, Suman.
No. So
yeah.
One other question.
Hey, I don't know, like, there's a lot of noise. Can you repeat that question? Sorry.
So, I think it's from someone else. But yeah, so the question is, when they are telling that the CEOs or CIOs will be reviewing the compensation details of every employee, generally they don't do that until the employee level. They might be doing for their direct reportees. But will there be any performance issues that ever been noticed? I mean,
No.
From ESS, we cannot even load more than 500 employees generally. I mean.
Yeah, see, performance issues means usually like it all depends on the customer. The first thing is like, yes, your customer is interested in using that particular feature, right? They will be doing that. Once they do it, right, even it might not be like a CEO will not be looking at all those things.
Yeah, yeah. So once we have the EC implemented, then this hierarchy will be coming from EC, or will it still a manual that work that we need to upload in the Excel?
No. Your hierarchy will come from your employee central, because your employee central will hold all your organization structure, your positions, everything is going to be maintained in your employee central module. And that is the database where all these modules are going to be dependent, if at all you are going to activate the employee central module.
Okay, so then we don't need to upload any specific file in this.
No. Usually the way we handle employees in Employee Central is totally different than this one. Yes, you still have the option of exporting the employees and importing the employees, but the way we hide the employees and do the position assignment, all those things is going to be totally different, guys. I'll show you when we move on to the Employee Central, but it is totally different than this system.
Raghu, so question on the same line. So now that we don't have Employee Central yet in the system that you're doing, but now we loaded the file for compensation, all the hierarchical stuff, the managers and the reportees and all that. We didn't create any department or positions and all here. It was already there in the system, so it picked up. So in the normal scenario, if because you said we do this implementation from the scratch. If EC is not implemented, how would this, like Mala Gibson is assigned to finance and banking or whatever sector? That should be defined somewhere, right? No, it is in your UDO file. If you open your UDO file, right, you should be able to answer that question. See, everything with respect to in that UDF.
Yeah.
Yeah, UDF file has all that, but then system doesn't throw error because it has already these positions and departments in it? Or?
No. System, you don't need to have that in your system. The moment it detects a new one, right, it is going to create it automatically.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what. Okay, so basically it's creating, you can create from this file as well, right?
You can also like verify that, change the departments or locations or anything. If you remember, guys, we changed the location to Delaware. Delaware was not already existing in your system. but it's still accepted, and it created by itself, it will create a new location. The system is capable of determining what are the new entities coming into that, and it will automatically create that, and it will try to verify, yes, it is there in the system, load it into the system.
Oh, it's not picking from the standard list of states, whatever is available. It created the new
it will create.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So in that case, if a company is not going for employee central with only these three, this is how they manage creating this department and positions and all, is it?
No, there is no concept of position, guys. First thing is like just very specific. There is no concept of position at all here. It's all your job roles.
Job roles, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So even irrespective of EC, it can be handled in these fashion.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It will create on its own. Okay.
It's only reporting hierarchy, nothing else. Don't even think of like your position or
department.
It is just your reporting hierarchy. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raghu, you sent this comp management, the workbook, right? So do you have something like that for mastery and workforce analytics like that?
No, guys, we don't have such kind of thing for workforce analytics or introduction to mastery. Introduction to mastery is like a bits and pieces, right? It's all like a different functionality. We don't have any sequence in that. And again, your workforce analytics is like a bits and pieces thing. Like how to build your report. Yes, we have seen that. But this is more of like a process oriented. Yes, you have to follow step by step, and there should be a sequence with respect to that, right? That is the reason we have this document. And same thing is going to happen with your Employee Central as well. We have like an implementation sequence that your SuccessFactors Employee Central recommends, the 14-step implementation, and we have to follow the same sequence during your project implementations also, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah. I'm just going to stop it here for today, and we'll meet in tomorrow's session, guys. I know like I have to reply a lot of emails that are pending from my side. I'll do that tonight, guys.
Sorry, just one last question. There is a DTD file that you sent. I can't get this thing to open. It's downloaded, but does it require some kind of a opener or a
No, DTD file don't open that, guys.
What is that supposed to be? It's just supposed to be uploaded for SPON?
No, you are not going to upload that, or you are not going to do anything with the DTD file. It is just a supporting file to work on your XML files.
So what do we do with this?
No, it is just a supporting file to check your syntax of the XML file motion. If you remember, when we are working on the succession data model, we just included this file to see does the changes that we are doing to the XML are correct or not. We want to verify that on our desktop itself. Instead of while determining the errors while you are loading into the system, you want to determine the errors on your desktop itself. That is the reason you are going to use the DTD file as a supporting file in your XML file.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Raghu.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
Bye, Raghu.
Bye.